Hello, everybody. Wow, hey, hello, everybody. Chimtot here with another episode of Isaac, The Binding of Isaac. Now, I have had a couple of my friends who've been talking to me here lately say that while they appreciate my desire to go through and beat the game straight through with Isaac and then switch to another character, they'd like to see a little bit of randomness, a little bit of a switch up every now and then. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this random button instead. So we're going to start with Samson, who actually isn't one of my favorite characters. He starts with no keys, no bombs, very little health. His damage isn't particularly great, but he starts with the Bloody Lust item, which means every enemy that I kill will up my damage just a little bit. So that sounds like a great deal until you figure out that some of the bosses actually are not subject to that mechanic. A bunch of the bosses, they don't have little flies or things that you can kill. So it kind of puts you in a bad situation with bosses. All that being said, I think I have about as much chance of beating the game with Samson as I do with Isaac if I get a little bit of a blessing from the random number generation machine, the RNG gods. So we'll just kill these hoppy spiders that I love so dearly. Samson does seem to have some pretty decent range. I don't know if that's just confirmation bias or if he really and truly does have that kind of good range. But yeah, it seems decent. Come here, you hoppy spider, you crazy piece of craziness. There we go. Okay, so the good thing is we picked up a couple of keys right away. That's definitely going to make shops and item rooms a little more viable as we go forward. I'm going to try to kill this guy. Yeah, I tried to kill him right there where I killed him just to see if maybe we could earn a free trip into the secret room or the top secret room, but apparently that wasn't where it was. Alright, another key. So we're rolling in keys here. Seems like a particularly big seller number 1. Okay, that makes a little more sense that we're going to come to the terminus of the whole floor and get both of them right here. So, okay. I didn't see any tinted rocks in here. I wonder if I just missed them. I don't think I missed them. I will pop in here real quick. We'll take out the poop. Sometimes there's good stuff in the poop. Now you can see Samson's tears have turned red. That means he's doing some decent damage. I believe the magic cutoff number is 5.5 at 5.5 damage, or maybe it's 5.6 or 6.5 damage. Tears switch over to red. So PhD, this is actually an item that I really like. Means that pills can no longer be bad. They can only be neutral or beneficial. So in a run where the tier rotation or the pill rotation perhaps could have contained health down, that will turn into health up. Range down, that'll turn into range up. So it makes for some really good tiers. So we get the Duke of Fly as our first boss. This is actually probably about the best you could hope for with Samson, as there's tons of little flies to kill. And you can see that my tears are already red. Samson's going red in the face. The tears are getting bigger. This is one that takes advantage of his Bloody Lust item because he can actually take out a bunch of the little flies and do some good damage. You can see he's now one-shotting the flies. So this is good. Instead of just shooting the flies, I should be taking out the Duke. But it's fun to see my damage go up because as soon as we leave the room, it's going to go right back down to nothing. Now we're fighting. We're one-shotting the big flies now. All right. A couple more little flies, and then we'll see what we get for an item. We will get range up. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's definitely helpful. It's definitely something that perhaps should I get something like the number 1, which I would probably take at this point, it would reset our damage back to, or not our damage, but our range back to acceptable levels. So I would like that. All right, here we go. So these guys. An interesting thing that I'm not sure we've seen on my channel yet is that these guys actually, if there's a fire in the room, they will jump on the fire, and while some enemies, when they jump on the fire, will actually take damage and die, those guys actually basically turn into champions, and they become a pain. So, yeah, glad there's no fire in the room. So this room should be pretty easy to take out. We're hoping for something good, something that, bombs, keys, anything. Money's not terrible. Alright, and we'll continue to work our way through the basement part 2. Oh, we put ourselves in a bad situation there, but it was 100% our own fault. Alright, so we'll take out that little hopper, we'll take out this little hopper. Oh, should I use a bomb? I am going to use a bomb here, because that may be a decent spot for the secret room. It wasn't there, but it will at least allow us to pick up a couple of cents. And we'll work our way back the other direction. I do apologize for the nasally sound in my voice. I am fighting a little bit of a cold, but it's not bad enough that makes me think that I don't want to play games. I don't want to record. So hopefully it doesn't bother y'all too much. That was kind of some dumb damage that I took while I was telling you about my mucousy nasal passages, which is another sentence I'm sure you just really wanted to hear me say today. Okay, we could really use. Wow. Okay, so that's one of those situations I talk about from time to time where flies can't actually hit you even though you're hugging the top of the room. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to hit the random button again. We're going to get Isaac. I am not going to fight Isaac, or I'm not going to fight as Isaac. That's the whole point of this video, is we're not going to be Isaac. So we're going to go to the main menu. Yes, I'm sure I want you to die. We're going to hit start, and we're going to hit random. This time we get Cain. Alright, so Cain starts out with the lucky foot, which basically means he can't lose when playing the tarot card machine, and he has the equivalent of a PhD item, which I just got in the last one. Cain does a little more damage. While we're just being very lazy here. Cain does a little bit more damage than Isaac. He has a little bit less health. All in all, he's one of my favorite characters. Okay, this is Brother Bobby. Brother Bobby floats around with you and shoots. He's just another familiar. We will take him. He's a little bit of a passive damage upgrade, so that's a good thing. Okay, we got some more silly spiders that we can fight. Brother Bobby actually seems to be doing some decent damage. I just ran right into that guy. That was silly. I'm a silly man today. Ah! Oh man, they just like sticking these spiders on me this morning, don't they? Okay, here we go. The tick. So the tick is, you know, I'm going to take the tick. The tick will make it to where when we enter the room with a boss, the boss will take about 10% damage, and I believe we'll get a heart back. So the bad thing about the tick is once you have it, you can never get rid of it. So now if I find an item like cancer, I won't be able to pick it up, which is cancer, if you didn't know, is one of my favorite trinkets. But yeah, there's no way for me to get rid of the tick now. So my only hopes at picking up another trinket, well, my only hope at picking up another trinket is to get Mom's purse, which will allow me to hold two, which I'm not sure we've unlocked in this save yet. So we'll come in. Our first boss is Famine. So once we take this boss out, we should get a Cuba Meat, which would be nice. Give us one more orbital and put us on our way towards. Well, I kind of wanted him to take out those flies down there, but I got their alignment is all whacked out now. There we go. Now he should take them out. There we go. Now we'll see if we can't get him to charge one more time, and now we'll see if we can reduce him to a head. Alright, there we go. So now me and Bobby should be able to take this dude out. Let's go, Bobby. You got this, Bobby. Ricky Bobby? No. Alright, there we go. Cuba Meat, and onward to the cellar part 2, or the basement part 2. Basement part 2, that's good. No spiders in the basement, since we all know how much I love spiders. Alright, now we'll swing down here and do the same thing on these guys. We do have a Tentadrock in this room, which we're going to blow up, hoping for a Tentadrock, which would be just not a Tentadrock, but a... Oh, I don't have any bombs. No, I did get one in this room, though. Hoping for the small rock, a damage up item. Instead, we'll get one soul heart, which is acceptable, which is welcomed. You know, I'm glad we have it. Not as good as 2 of them would have been, and of course it doesn't matter because the health I get from the blue hearts is so transient because I run into every little thing. We're not going to do the self-sacrifice room. I don't know if I've done that much in any of the videos. Oop, I am going to... My phone is ringing. I'm going to hit pause for a minute. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. That's my wife calling me, so I figured it was important that I answered it. She actually told a really cute story about our little girl. So in order to understand this story, you'll have to know that Carly, that's my wife, when she gets hurt, she wants to be left alone. She regularly, if she gets hurt, she will regularly tell me, "Don't talk to me." Well, she calls and she says, "Hey, if there's any doubt that Caitlin is my little girl," which of course there's not. We were there when she was born. But Carly says she hurt herself on this little giraffe that she has, and her immediate response when Carly asked her if she was okay was, "Don't talk to me." So, yeah, definitely runs in the family, I suppose. At least the female side of our family. So, thought it was entertaining. Not sure y'all will, but I did. So, while I was rambling on and on about my life and my family, we picked up the curse, the Whore of Babylon item. So now if we get down to a half of a red heart, we will go into curse mode, which makes us large, which makes us deadly, which very much increases our damage. It's an item that Eve actually starts with, so not sure if we'll get to... Oh man, now that's... You just taking dumb damage when you don't pay attention, see? Okay, so we did pick up a key. I only have 1 penny, so I'm not going to go into the item room, and we will weave our way back around to the boss and head down to the next level from there, I suppose. Okay, we got Monstro. Monstro should be fairly easy. Monstro does not... Well, apparently this Monstro isn't going to jump, isn't going to shoot, isn't going to do anything. There we go. Now he's starting to act like Monstro. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is just going to tail us. Not going to shoot, not going to do anything. That's nice. That makes for a super easy boss fight. The Meat, which is a tears up, HP up, which is a very cool item. One that I'm very glad we picked up. And we will go onward to the basement. No, we will leave the basement and go onward into the caves. Alright, so we'll see if we can get these guys to stick their heads up. Come on. Okay. Apparently the one that's closest to us doesn't want to stick his head up. Woo! Okay. Woo! Okay. There we go. One more to go. Oh, thought I would have taken him out with that shot. Here we go. Key in the middle. Trade a key for a bomb. No, I don't have a bomb anyway. This has been an interesting run, what with the lack of bombs and all. So hopefully we can. Oh, we just got ourselves in a bad situation right there. So we took the first one out. These guys luckily move slow, so we should. I could play chicken with him here. I decided to play chicken with him, and it was a bad move. Okay, so we're down to 1 heart. We need to actually start paying a little bit of attention to what we're doing here. We are definitely key rich. We're hurting for bombs though. Not that we have used a lot of them here. Let's see if we can get ourselves. Okay, so we've got, these are blind silkworms, which means they shouldn't charge me. And then we've got a couple of champions in here, so there's a good chance we could at least pick up 1 more heart, which would be very useful, seeing as how I squandered them away. We got a penny for killing that champion, and for the next blind silkworm, we're going to get half a heart. I will definitely take that. And when we get ourselves back up to full health, we could go into that challenge room. That is not going to get us back to full health. I could jump on it one time, and that would pay out with probably a chest or an item. But I think we just won't do that right now. We'll continue on. We'll take out these human popcorns, and we'll see what we can find on the rest of this floor. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into just a series of failures in it while we play this game. I'd really like to get ourselves down to at least down to the womb or the utero levels and have a shot at taking out the heart. We've made it there in our last video, I believe, but weren't able to take her out, and it's something that you know, I used to be able to do pretty routinely. I'd hate the thought of dying on the caves or the necropolis, anything like that, the depths. I like to think I'm better at the game than that, but so far my play today has not proved it. We've definitely experienced some very poor play, some poor decision making, some dumb damage, and we're getting killed by flies, which is absolutely terrible. Alright, so we are gonna continue onward. Oh, I thought I could maybe take him out. Come on, pop up. Gotcha. Your turn, buddy. Brother Bobby, you gotta get in there and do some work, sir. Okay, picked up a bomb. That's a good thing. Alright, here's our item room. So, should we not take dumb damage to the human popcorn and get killed, we should be able to go and see about getting a new item. What would I want out of that item room? Pretty much anything that will up my damage. I seem to be hurting for damage, which is probably what causes me to take a lot of these silly hits, is that I'm staying in rooms too long. Alright, so pills. Can't be bad, because I'm Cain. We got Luck Up. Luck Up is a very good pill. And then this one is the Odd Mushroom, which is Damage Up. So all in all, this has been a good little trip. Picking up those items that we've picked up. So that will allow us to see if we can't take a trip down to... No, what am I talking about here? We're just... I'm rambling because I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on the screen. And my comments are becoming a little inane. We're going to come in here, we're going to fight Pestilence, which should allow us to, pick up a second level Meat Boy, which will be very nice. And I don't know why I took damage right there unless I stepped on the creep. That was silly. Silly damage. Because I don't think I got shot by anything in particular. Yeah, we could use a little more range because we almost cannot outrange... Well, that was something that I'm not used to seeing him do. Was that some sort of a bug? I don't know if I've ever seen him throw bombs like that. That was some craziness. Okay, so we did take a bunch of damage. We're not likely to deal with the devil or deal with the angel here. So we'll pick up our Cuba Meat. So now we have another orbital along with our familiar. So basically an orbital Brother Bobby and a Brother Bobby. We did pick up a couple of hearts, so we're back up to about 2.5 health. Our damage is on the rise here, so this is all of a sudden got a shot. So this room has the Curse of Darkness, which means we don't actually have the ability to see what's going on with the map. So we're just going to kind of hang out and see if we can't take out Larry Jr. and get lost while we work our way through this room. Now I am tempted to use my bomb here to see what's in that chest, but I'm not going to. Instead, what I'm going to do is hold on to it in hopes of picking up a tinted rock. Very good to pull some life out of the poop, which is a weird sentence to say. And we'll move onward. When I first started playing this game, okay, so my history with Isaac, I bought the game on a Steam sale a couple of years ago when it was pretty new. So we've got a door over here to the left, which could be a library or it could be a shop, and I can't tell which, so I'm going to skip it. Anyway, I bought The Binding of Isaac a couple years ago during a Steam sale, and I wasn't a fan when I first started playing it. I think I started playing it with the wrong thought in mind. I think I saw it and said, man, this looks a little bit like Zelda, so I thought it should be a game like just running through the dungeons in Zelda. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick up that nickel. Mainly, I picked that nickel up because I was hoping I would unlock a secret room as well. So I thought it would be like Zelda, so I picked it up, I started playing through it, I died repeatedly, so I thought, well, this isn't like Zelda at all, I don't like this game, this is stupid. So I put it away, I shelved it. I didn't play it for like a year, and then I got sick, so I spent a few days home from work, which just, sitting in my chair, bored out of my mind, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give that old Binding of Isaac game that I passed up on so long ago, I'm going to give it a second shot. So I broke it out and I started playing it again, and I had been playing a couple of roguelike games right around that time. So all of a sudden it made sense to me that this game was supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be hard, it's supposed to be random, it's supposed to be just a little bit of a jerk and a troll. So all of a sudden I gained an appreciation for the game, and oh, that was just dumb. I got myself hemmed in by the conga line. Started gaining appreciation for the game. Well, anyway, as I said, I was sick at this time, and so I was spending some time online talking to my buddies while I played. And oh, I stood on the spikes, didn't I? So yeah, spent some time online on Skype talking to my buddies and playing this game at the same time as being just drunk out of my mind on cough medicine, trying to get over this little cold that I had. So apparently the guys thought it was really funny. They'd never really played the game, but I was talking about the things that I was seeing, and in my cough syrup induced craziness. Apparently they thought it was pretty entertaining, some of the stuff I was talking about, and that's actually why I decided that I would pick this game up and play it for this Let's Play on my channel is because, you know, I don't really find myself to be that entertaining, but my buddies did, so maybe somebody else will as well. Especially if I get into a cough syrup-induced drunkenness of crazy proportions. I'm rambling again. Alright, a bomb. Bombs are good. And we'll cruise on down here. So we've got the whole red, white, and blue, as it were, the red, white, and green of these little nubs. The red ones make me mad because they shoot directly at you, even though they don't have eyes, they don't have ears, they don't have any ability to detect you, but for some reason they know right where you are. Quit shooting spiders. Going into the curse room here is probably a poor idea, but you can bet I'm going to. Because there's just so much possibility that it could be great, and we got a troll bomb. So all it did was cost me a heart. Not effective. Oh, these guys are nasty. Okay, so we should be able to keep them all shooting this direction now. I say that. Alright. These are, you know, I think these guys are so mean because they do a whole heart of damage with that little chubber that they shoot. It's just not a pleasant thing. Okay, so we're going to go back. We did pick up the Halo of Flies while I was rambling about my drunken cough syrup Isaac play, which basically gives us a full suite of orbitals, which is awesome. Gives us some bullet protection. I think that locked room was down here, which now I determined has to be a shop. Of course it's going to have greed in it. And now we're going to get to see the curse in action. So that will ramp the damage up quite a bit. And one more shot should take out greed, if we can get in there to him. Alright, well, maybe not one more shot. I think with all this extra damage I'm doing with the curse, it would be pretty good. But alright, so we're going to be locked at half a heart while we go into... well, we're going to have one full heart. Is it worth picking up? Sure. We'll pick up that heart, we'll go back to being normal Cain, and we'll go fight the boss. You know what, I am going to use my bomb to blow that up, because there might be a heart in there, which would be great. Instead we're going to get speed up, which is not ideal. I've already got pretty good speed, so I don't feel like I needed that speed up, and it will probably, as we saw a couple videos ago, get me into trouble, because I'll probably forget it's there and underestimate my speed and run into something I shouldn't. And we're going to get a champion peep, which is not the draw I was really hoping for. Is this the peep that can't jump though? That would actually be really good. So here comes Peep's first eye. Nope, this is not the peep that can't jump. This is the super fast peep is what it is. Yeah. So we're about to get the second eye popped out here. There it is. And jumping peep. We can get out of the way of the eye. And hopefully we'll just be able to load him full of bullets here. Yeah, you gotta be wary of the creep, be wary of the eyes, and take him out. Okay, don't jump on me. Don't tase me, bro. No, that doesn't apply here. Alright, so we got Squeezy, that's good. So, take some care not to step on the creep, pick up the Squeezy, which is 2 soul hearts. Alright, so we're in a decent spot now. We've got some health back. We're headed down into, what, the Depths Part 1? Yes, the Depths Part 1. We get to fight my least favorite enemies, which is awesome, but that's okay. I don't know if these are my least favorite or not. I complain about these ones. I think because these were in the original Isaac, before Wrath of the Lamb came out, they were the ones that took me the most time to get used to. And I developed this hatred for them. Whoa! That guy didn't follow the rules. So, yeah, I think I've just got this ongoing hate for these guys, even though they're not. Oh, that was just here. I don't even have a bomb. I was going to use a bomb just to cheese these guys and get out of the room, but apparently that's not going to work. Hey, you can't just turn around like that, buddy. Apparently you can. I don't want you to, though. Wow, what a jerk. He just turned right into me. When they get shot in the face, they're supposed to just freeze their eye and not do that, but guess they don't want. They just want to. They want to play by their own rules, and we're just going to get ourselves stuck in a bad spot here. Let's see if we can take this champion out before he gets me into the corner. Good. Now we're back to full health, and we're not going to waste a bomb to get a key. We're going to come in here and fight some more of these jumper, leaper, hopper things. Yay! All right. So we should be able to get out of this room with fairly minimal damage. Alright, one more. Come on. You know you want it. You know you want it. Oh, great. Oh. This is silly. This is the Binding of Isaac. It's just a silly, silly game. The good thing is I haven't taken any red heart damage on this floor yet, so there. Well, and then right as soon as I say that, off I go. So we'll. I was thinking our chance for an angel or devil room might actually be decent, but no, it's not. Not anymore. So we'll just go ahead and we'll take these guys out and we'll carry on our little way. Is he stuck? He seems to be stuck. That's okay. We'll let him be stuck. Hey, a card. What kind of card is this? We missed it. That's the trinket. We can't pick it up because we already have the tick. Alright, another room full of leapers. Okay, here we go. Oh. Wow, I think that guy backed me right into the corner. I figured I could outrange him, but I think after all was said and done, I didn't actually outrange him. I think what saved me was... that was not smart. I think what actually ended up saving me was my... I'm a sucker for the curse room. Spiders, I have no interest in sticking around. So now I can't go into that room. We could really use some life back. We got ourselves into a bad situation by being clumsy. Alright. There we go. I think Meat Boy or my orbitals, somebody did some work for me there. I don't think it was me. Alright, so the cool thing about spikes is you can run on them and die. Spikes actually have a circular hitbox instead of the square that they look like, so you can actually run in between them if you're careful, which apparently I'm not. So, not the best day of Isaac runs, but you know, some days the troll engine will do you like that. Some days you just don't have any luck, and today I did not have any luck. That no luck coupled with poor play. Today's overall venture into Isaac was a failure. That being said, I still had some fun, so that's the whole point of video games, is having a little fun, right? So speaking of video games and having fun, please let me know in the comments down below if there's another video game that y'all would like to see me play here on the channel. Keep in mind my favorite things are things like roguelike type games like Binding of Isaac, like Spelunky that you've seen me play so far. I've considered getting Rogue Legacy out and doing a playthrough of it. I've considered doing something like Risk of Rain. Just some cool games, so tell me what you'd like to see. Thank you guys for stopping out, and we will talk to you next time.